Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim. Today once again we are in the studios and we have our guest today, renowned educationist, renowned linguist, Professor Dr. Abdul Hafeez, former Dean, Faculty of Social Sciences and presently Chair of the Department of English. Welcome you, sir, in the studios.
Thank you very much, Mr. Basit.
Sir, we are here to discuss AIOU history. So in this regard, first of all, I would like that you must tell us about your early education and your first interaction with the Allama Iqbal Open University, please.
Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim. Thank you very much, Mr. Basit, for giving me this opportunity to share something with you which you need for AIOU history.
Sir.
I belong to Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, you know that.
Sir.
Originally, I am a tribal from Jamrod.
Yeah.
But we are settled at district Kohat.
Right.
There is a town about 25 kilometers from Kohat towards Rawalpindi.
Right.
Gumbat.
Gumbat.
I was born there. My early education up to matriculation,
sir,
was in my town. Then I did my graduation at Government College Kohat.
Right.
Did my masters in English literature from Peshawar University. And I taught for 2 years in formal system as a lecturer.
Right.
In government colleges. Then I joined this university in 1985.
Right.
And since then I have been working here.
MashaAllah.
But I must share with you that I joined this university with an MA English degree, but Alhamdulillah, my qualifications enhanced during this period, which started first in 1988 with a diploma in teaching of English as an international language.
Right.
Which was jointly organized by the ODA, Overseas Development Administration, and Allama Iqbal Open University. That was a 1-year program.
Right.
And that made our basis, our foundation. On the basis of that, I was sent to University of Manchester.
Right.
And I did my specialization in teaching of English as a foreign language.
That's great.
And again, I was sent to United States and received further training in teaching of English as a second language. And then luckily, according to my own wish, desire I would say, I was enrolled in the first batch of PhD scholars at the Bahauddin Zakari University on the basis of my coursework I did at Manchester University.
Right.
And I was the first PhD, I mean from the first batch, PhD in English in Pakistan.
That's honor for our university, sir.
Thank you very much for that. So with this, I started my journey and this short, what should I say, journey about my qualification or my professional trainings.
Sir, sir, your tale of affection with this institution is now of decades. So tell us, when you joined this university, what was its physical and academic scenario at that time?
Mr. Basit, I am very pleased to share with you. When I joined this institution, it had only 4 blocks.
Sir.
First, second, third and fourth. This building, IET.
Sir.
And the library building were being constructed that time.
Right.
And so far, I remember we were just 35 or 34 academic staff in all 3 faculties.
Right.
There used to be 3 faculties.
3 faculties were there?
Yes, 3 faculties, science, education and arts, social sciences.
Right.
And Islamic studies was created later then. So we were just 36 teachers, including professors, associate professors, assistant professors and lecturers. And I remember only 26 officers, I mean grade 17 and above.
Right.
So total strength of officers was just, I would say, about 60. And we knew everybody.
It would be a sort of family.
Just a family, yes, because we used to have an officer staff club.
Right.
And we all were members. Teachers were members of that club, and the administrative officers were there. We used to sit together. We used to share so many things with each other. And with that humble beginning, I would say, we started our journey. And one thing more which I want to share with you was, when I joined the Department of English, the total enrollment was not more than 3,000 students.
Right.
And now, everybody would be pleased to hear that we have got more than 300,000 students.
MashaAllah.
I mean, more than 3 lakh students. So this is a long journey, a long struggle.
Yeah, of course.
And I must share also that it makes us proud. It's a matter of pride for us.
Of course, sir.
That we started just with 3,000 students, and now more than 300,000 students. So, and then the story goes on.
Yeah, of course. Sir, I would like that you must say something about the environment at that time when you joined this university, at that time, how courses were developed, because now we are living in an IT century, but at that time the things would have been different.
Mr. Basit, the question you asked, it involves an answer which might take books to write, I would say.
Sir.
I try to be brief, as much brief as possible.
Sir.
When we started, I remember only there were 2 departments which used to be called as postgraduate departments.
Right.
Which was number 1, Department of English, and the Department of EPM.
EPM.
We did not have even programs or courses at master's level. I'm talking in the beginning.
Sir.
Now you see, you cannot count the programs, master's programs.
Of course.
Masters in science subjects, in social sciences, in education, in Islamic studies, then come to MPhils, PhDs. Well, this is a success story. And how we worked, one thing I must share with you. We were so serious in our work that I remember, because the first assignment I was given was development of matriculation course.
Right.
Functional English.
Functional English.
Yes. And would you believe me that I had to travel to Jhang, to Attak, to Chakwal, to Faisalabad, and as far as AJK last border area, I would say. You could just see that Indian soldiers are standing on the hills, and we were down there meeting the principals, the teachers, the students, getting feedback from them, filling up the forms, asking them their needs. This is how we started. We would actually do the needs analysis,
right,
develop the proposals, So this was the story.
Sir.
We used to visit far-flung areas,
Sir.
small villages. Used to sit with the primary school teachers, with their parents,
right,
in order to persuade them to ask their daughters to help us, like teaching girls, because we had special courses for them. And then one thing more which I must share with you,
sir,
that once we launched the courses, we would again go to the same areas and see how far these courses have been effective. And how we could see? Meeting with the students,
right,
meeting with the teachers, the principals who were helping us, and all the people who were concerned and relevant to these programs. So we have traveled a long way. This is so far academics is concerned. You also asked about physical structure. Now you see this campus. There was all, I would say, hills, pahadiyan.
Yes, yes.
Because now you see the beautiful buildings.
Yeah, landscape.
See the academic block, see the flats, and now again another building is being constructed, hostels, and more importantly, Mr. Basit,
sir,
when I joined this university, none of our regional campuses or regional centers had its own building. None of them. I remember very clearly. Now, can you count our own buildings, mashallah? And I must appreciate the present Vice Chancellor for that.
Yeah, of course.
Who is working day and night. And even
vigorously.
Yes, vigorously, and pursuing all these things. Buying lands, constructing buildings. So this is the development we have seen, and this is a matter of great pride for us.
Of course, sir. Yeah. Sir, what do you think this distance learning system, this is the solution for our education problem in this country? Would you please throw some light?
I would say, if we go back to early 70s,
sir,
the vision of late Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto,
sir,
because so far I know he himself was a teacher sometime. He used to teach at a university. So he would give preference, a lot of importance to education. Now you see, this is the second open university in the world.
Yes, of course.
And alhamdulillah, now one of the 10th mega universities in the world. Of course, I would say yes, because if we follow the system in its true spirit, because open distance learning education does not mean that you just send the books,
yes,
and ask the students to write assignments and appear in the public exams. According to its philosophy, according to its spirit, if we support our materials with all the aids, and especially in this age of computers, mobile phones, and internet, everything, this could be a solution, of course. This could be a solution, and alhamdulillah, we are going on that track.
Yes.
You see our CID,
yes, of course,
Center for Instruction Design. Their center is working day and night and developing different programs. And one thing I must share with you and the viewers who would be watching this program, that Vice Chancellor once invited me to go and see some programs which have been prepared. And on my request, functional English program was shown to us. And believe me, I could see that it was second to none, keeping the international standards in view. So we are doing alhamdulillah a lot. And this could be, of course, a very positive, a very good contribution for spreading education in the country. There is no doubt in my mind, yes.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir, we are coming back to again, particularly your department, English department. Would you, sir, tell us about the beginning and then development and evolution in this department, and what sort of courses, and now, as you already mentioned, the strength of our students in the department, multifold development. There must be something behind all these things, and I think you have this honor that since long you are chairing this department, so you know that how everything developed over there, and what are the contribution of different people in the development of this department, sir.
Very right, Mr. Basit. It would be a great pleasure to say something about my own department. This department, as I know, was established right with the inception of the university.
Sir.
Because you know that English is taught as a compulsory subject at different levels.
Sir.
Up to, if we talk in general terms, it is up to graduation, you know that. So there was a need to have a department of English. In the beginning, as we go back to the history, there used to be face-to-face classes.
Sir.
Of MA English and Literature.
Right.
And I must share one thing with you. Mr. Masood Khan, who is currently representing Pakistan at the UNO, and he is permanent representative of Pakistan.
Sir.
He used to be our faculty member at the department. Later he did his CSS and then joined Foreign Services. So we had classes of English literature, and with that time the first course so far I know was Business English.
Business English.
Business English, yes. Which was meant for students like BCom, BBA, something like that. Though we did not have BCom that time, we did not have BBA because that comes very late at a later stage. But Business English course, I wish you could see that book, and I must appreciate and I must pay tribute to the writers of that time, that it covers almost all the aspects. Right. How to write letters, how to write minutes of meetings, how to write agenda for meeting, proposals, and right. Also, yes, also covering English as a language, like teaching tenses, like parts of speech and some other things.
Very comprehensive.
Yes, it was very comprehensive. I personally liked it very much. Later on we had to stop it because then latest books came and all these things which made us to stop it. Now with that we started, and at the same time we were fortunate to have a British project team at our department. I must mention the names of Mr. Oliver Hunt,
sir,
Howell Jones, Rosalind McGinley, with whom we have been very lucky to have worked with them. So they started developing other courses like functional English at BA level.
Sir.
And I don't know whether you know it or not, some time ago a student could get a degree from this university without having English as a subject. Yes. English was not compulsory some time ago. But since we had to keep a pace with other universities, with the demand of the situation, so we had to design such courses that we could be on par with other institutions. Yes, could be compatible. So we developed functional English course, and when functional English course was launched, then we started working on diploma in teaching of English as a foreign language. But before that, so far I remember or I know, since 1978, the department had been offering PGD in ELT, postgraduate diploma in English language teaching, and you would be surprised to know that this was the first of its kind in this country.
And other feeder.
Yes, other universities then followed us. Now since that course or that program had been quite old, then we started work on teaching of English as a foreign language diploma. We renamed it. We started in 1985 and worked till 1992. First we developed its diploma phase and then up to MA phase. And I must share one thing with you, Mr. Basit,
sir,
that this diploma is a prerequisite for candidates from the Punjab. Recently I think Sindh has also made it mandatory, Balochistan, KPK and AJK.
Sir.
Those candidates who have got third divisions in their NM English, it is compulsory for them. If they do this diploma successfully,
sir, then
their jobs are regularized.
So they would be considered as
equal to, you can say, second division. So this is, I would say, a unique honor given to this university. It means that these governments trust us. That's why they have made it a mandatory for them, and you would be surprised that when they are appointed and notifications are issued, it has mentioned that the candidate has to complete diploma in TEFL from Allama Iqbal Open University in 3 years.
That's very
Despite
good.
The fact that other institutions, other universities also offer this program.
Okay, they specify.
Yes,
the
they
name
specify
of university.
Allama University. So Alhamdulillah, this is another success story for us, and I've already mentioned that when I joined there were only 3,000 students and now more than 3 lakh students. And we are still working on that, inshallah. I do hope that in the near future we are able to launch MPhil and PhD in English, inshallah.
So these are the future plans,
Yeah,
inshallah,
yes,
very
yes.
near future. Sir, you had been running the faculty, the largest faculty of this university, Faculty of Social Sciences. And I have the honor to work with you and to learn a lot of things from yourself, sir. So say something about the faculty, your experience of having this chance to look after whole faculty.
Yes, this was, I would say, a wonderful experience for me. Despite the fact that I didn't want to be the dean.
Sir, I know.
But I had to surrender because there were some, especially the Vice Chancellor, the then Vice Chancellor, he persuaded me and I had to say yes. But then I also made him commit that, sir, if you give me this responsibility, then you have to listen to me and you have to do this, this, this.
Sir,
and with these conditions, I accepted the responsibility. And then later I worked with Professor Dr. Nazir Sanghi, with him as Vice Chancellor and I myself as a Dean. So it was a wonderful experience, and we have been able to work on different programs, projects. I could mention that we have been able to work on different schemes like BCom, MCom, MBA, your own department, and we have been able to develop outlines at different levels.
yeah, of course.
And you have been there very active, you had a very
sir.
active role and you worked very hard. Then we strengthened our, what should I say, goal MBA program.
Sir,
We worked very hard on that. We have been able to